They picked Chicago Stadium. Now, this was a complete disaster. The field is 20 yards too short, 10 yards too narrow. Anytime a player would reach midfield, you had to go back 20 yards to make the field length equal 100 yards. The floor was just concrete. They took a bunch of dirt, sawdust, and elephant manure and just pretty much layered the floor with it to soften the ground.
Nice.
The game forever changed the way that the NFL would be played. After the season, the NFL was split into 2 divisions so you could have a true championship game. Programs that are this old have a very narrow market just because the generation who appreciates these are kind of dwindling as years go on. What separates the good from the garbage with programs is condition.
Okay.
Well, obviously the condition is pretty rough here. It's burned completely around the left side of it. That being said, because of the sudden venue change, it's my belief that they never distributed any of these. They sat in a box for 30+ years. It's likely very few of these were salvaged from the fire. This thing is actually the holy grail of football programs.
Okay.
They just never come available on the secondary market. Anybody looking for these would go absolutely nuts. How much you into it for?
$27.50.
$27.50. So a very conservative number. Since these are so rare, I wouldn't be surprised if you got $10K for this thing.
Excuse me?
10,000 bucks. These are so rare, they don't come up. If somebody wants it for their collection, they're gonna jump on it.
Sweet.
Normally an 80-year-old program that's been burned to a crisp, you wouldn't think too much of it, but this program is actually very significant.
You're the best, man. Thanks a lot.
You got it, man.
Now that I know it's worth 3 times what I paid for it, I'm gonna do a little bit of gloating. I gotta go rub something in a few people's faces back at the pawn shop.
Earlier, a guy brought in an exploding die pack used to catch bank robbers. I don't know if it's legal to own, so I asked my buddy Mark to come on down and take a look.
Hey, Rick.
Mark!
How you doing? The guys normally call me down here when they've got something that's a little odd or they want some more information on. So what do we got?
We have the die pack thing you get in the bank when you rob it.
Well, these things were developed back in the 1990s. If you were being robbed, you were supposed to slip it in with all the other bills. It would blow out this ink that dyed your skin, it dyed the bills, it dyed everything. When that thing goes off, you're either blue or red or whatever color, and so is all the money. So what is your concern with this?
Are they legal to own?
Yeah, you're fine with them. In this case, these were actually not made by the Federal Reserve. They were made by a private company. And the private company would cut out enough of the bill so that you have less than 20% left. They're basically just trash paper at this point. What you have here is a curiosity.
I understand. Thanks, man.
Good to see you.
Now that I know it's legal for me to buy, I'm interested. Curiosities like this create buzz, and they get people in my shop. How much do you want for them?
You know, the number that pops into my head is 473.
Were you dreaming when you came up with that number?
No, I just think it sounds good. Just when you end in a 3, 473, you end it with a smile.
I'm not smiling. It's a tough sell item. It really is, and it's going to take a while. I will give you $100 for it. I mean, the problem is it's just a curiosity.
How about 300 bucks?
I'll give you $150.
If you market it right, I think you get quite a bit more money for $200.
I'll tell you what, I'll go 175. I won't go a penny more. I mean, I feel as if I'm giving you a fair price for it.
Okay.
All right. Write them up, chum.
I was shocked that I didn't get more than $175. I thought I was a better negotiator.
What do we got here?
I have a lithograph by Evel Knievel, the great stuntman.
This was drawn by Evel Knievel?
As I understand it, the jury's still out whether or not he actually painted that stuff or he paid people to